You're live.
Good evening.
It's official. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Eastern Maine APA.
Prime time weekly newsletter.
Yeah, this is our first time doing this at night, huh?
Well,
We just had dinner, and so it's a little late in the day.
it's only because a bunch of things were happening this week. Like, Olympics are on.
That's been a lot of fun.
Went and got some new desks for our office. So, me,
As
Tuesday, I just tore our office all apart. I set Kimberly up with a makeshift office
Corner.
area so she could still keep everybody happy with their, score sheets being updated and scores and everything.
Speaking of which, I'm Kimberly.
I'm Caleb.
Welcome to Eastern Maine APA. Yeah, so Caleb went to Rockland and found, he went for desks.
Right.
And came back with a whole bunch of fun things.
Yeah, a bunch of office equipment that we didn't know that we needed at the time.
Right? You dream of things and then you're like, wow, they have one.
And they were like, well, that's better than what we have.
Look at this calendar.
Right?
That's a reusable glass calendar that I can write on. I'm trying to get all of our that's our summer session. That's going to start next. And then the middle will be our fall and the bottom will be spring. But we're still working on our current calendar. So now we get to start working on what's going on in 2026 to 2027.
Yeah, which is what we should be doing anyway, because there's 4 weeks left of our spring session with 1 week of playoffs.
Yeah, we really only have this session filled. And then the end is July, and that's when we're going to Connecticut for the Northeast
Challenge. Where did this month go?
February's gone already, guys.
It's February 20th already.
And it's a short month. But you have a birthday?
Yeah, I got a birthday coming up on Tuesday. And to celebrate, or to help me celebrate, you all are going to go out and play pool for me.
Play one on Caleb.
Right.
Or for him in dedication.
What you do is, you put it on Facebook Live, and the whole room should sing "Happy Birthday" to me. Just throwing it out there. You don't have to, but just putting it out there. It would be fun to see. 60 people singing, "Happy Birthday."
That would be fun
in this room, and then 40 in that. Yeah, So anyway,
so we've got a few things to catch people up on. We really had a successful players tournament last weekend.
Oh yeah, it was
for Valentine's Day.
Yep,
Jack and Jill, and the winners were Gunnar and Rowena Gunnarsson. Congratulations on your big win. That was a 8-ball doubles players tournament. We had a few break cues and a few shooting cues and some singles boards.
Yep, and a blanket.
I love that blanket. So this is the first time I've given several away so far, and I thought it was like mine that I had in the background of our last video. And when Lexi opened her blanket, it was a soft fuzzy one instead of the felt kind of material, and it was bright, very vibrant. So now I want one, and I have one to give away for our next players tournament. So I'll have that one, but I'm going to buy myself one, and I'll probably always have those at our giveaways.
Right. Yeah.
Because I like them.
People enjoy them. Yeah, we gave out, some coasters. Let's see. So.
Heidi Sorensen made these infused hearts.
Yeah, little glass hearts. She donated.
Shout out to
8
Heidi.
of them, I think, and so we gave them out two
in pairs. They're kind of really fun pocket markers and just nice little glass. So that was neat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Heidi.
Chris Merritt bought flowers for all the ladies.
Yeah, the ladies got roses.
And we passed out little chocolate, hearts.
Sugar. I'm not sure that we're a good influence, but
hey, nothing wrong with eating sugar.
Our tournaments do have a lot of sugar.
On Valentine's Day. All right. They have a whole aisle at the grocery store of Valentine's Day sugar.
For Valentine's
Easter.
Day, yeah.
Like every holiday has sugar. I don't know why.
And now I have a lot of Skittles and M&Ms.
Yeah, leftover stuff that people don't care for.
And we were able to raise $70 for Good Shepherd Food Bank.
Yes.
And so we're happy about that. And, I've never donated to the food bank before, so I have to give them a call and write them a check and make sure I get that to them. But we have all of the money we collected.
Yep, and we appreciate everybody that participated in that. So we had some brand new couples. We had some older players that had been playing for a while, but it was a good mix. We had 3 teams from Machias who drove all the way to Waldoboro to participate in this.
We can't thank them enough. That was a long travel for them, and they made a weekend out of it.
Yep.
And they had a good time, and they always bring good energy when they come. And we have a players tournament there next month, so we hope that everybody else can show them the love and travel to Machias for our triple play tournament we're going to have around Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, March 21st, Saturday, March 21st at the Anchor in
really
Machias.
A spring solstice kind of day. I mean, that's the first day of spring.
It's going to be great. It's going to be
excited
fun.
about that. It might be a little sloshy mud season.
Right.
But anyway, spring's around the corner. I think people are getting spring fever already.
I know I am. Waiting to dust off my golf clubs.
Oh, you were talking golf today at the store. He ran
into
golf
one of my friends who used to play at the golf course. Of course, now a league operator. I don't get to play anything much anymore. My pool game's gone way downhill. Even though I don't know, I still hold my own against most sevens.
He still knows how to play.
Right?
I still know how to play also. I just don't do it well.
So, we are signing up for the U.S. Amateurs tournament this year. Both of us are.
I'm not sure.
She is.
He keeps saying that. And where's that held this year? Is that
down in Portland?
Down in Portland.
You have until June 15th to sign up for that. I believe it's $70 to enter for APA members, and I believe it's like $75 or $80 if you're a non-APA member. And it's one of the only tournaments that us league operators can participate in. Even though most of us are rusty, and we just like to participate and donate our money. It's awesome.
I think they told us in training they'd be worried if our game didn't go downhill.
So this weekend, tomorrow, we have our 8-ball doubles open qualifier.
Yeah, we're really excited about that.
We have 14 teams signed up for that.
That's a great turnout. It should really cover most of what they might need, if not everything, to get
there.
The travel assistance and everything you need for Vegas. Yeah. And so that's 14 teams. And how about 9-ball on Sunday? How many teams do you have there?
I think we have 12 teams for 9-ball, 12 or 13. So, I think and
it's not too late to sign up.
Right.
You can give us a call or show up, but you have to be on time.
If you want to be entered in the tournament tomorrow and you're not, you haven't used the link on the app to sign up, doors open at 10. If you want to be added to the tournament, please be there before 10:30 so I can add you to the list. Because I will be putting the bracket together around 10:30. Or hopefully, like as soon as I get there and set up, I'll start working on it because it's going to take me a minute. To get the bracket set up. It is going to be a modified single elimination tournament, which I'll explain to the players tomorrow. I won't get into it right now because it'll take up a little too much of our time because, it being prime time on Friday night, we only have a little bit of a
Olympics
slot.
are still going. I mean, we've only got a couple of more days of the Olympics.
Yeah.
So that's been a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if you guys have been watching it, but I've enjoyed having it in the background while I'm working, and then I can pause it in case I miss something, and then I can go back 10 seconds. We've got new office, new calendar. We're working on that. Yeah. We're getting to the last 4 weeks of a lot of our divisions of the session. So our sessions are getting down to their last 4 and 6 weeks. And during the last 4 weeks, we don't have any makeup matches. So you have to make sure you can get those matches in the last 4 weeks. But you do have the ability to use a ghost player, or the replay rule is good until the last 2 weeks. Yeah. So you're able to use those.
So we have 2 more weeks of ghost players. No more makeups after this week. And if anybody has makeup matches from this week, you still have 2 weeks to make those up. All right. If there are any matches that you need to play ahead of time, please let us know. We will release those score sheets so you can play them ahead of time so that you don't have to worry about having to forfeit.
We so you can't play after, but you can play before.
Right. Yeah, we don't generally like to see forfeits on score sheets. We like to see teams work with each other, which again is why they developed the replay rule and why they allow makeups.
Yeah.
And the reason why we don't allow makeups within the first 4 weeks, within the last 4 weeks of play, is due to point standings, playoffs coming up, and we need to know where teams stand. And keep an eye on that for the last 4 weeks, because hopefully up to the last week, we'll be able to look at the standings, look at the points. We should be able to tell who's coming in first and who's finishing where. It gives us a kind of a head start on what our playoff schedule is going to look like, minus the wild card team, which is always drawn either the night of play or a couple nights after the last week of play.
Sometimes that's done there at the host location. If we have a division rep there, they might do the wild card, or Caleb will do it here in the office.
Yep. And we might start doing some of those things live.
Yeah, the more organized we get. Or like putting our brackets together. Would you guys like to see videos of us putting the brackets together? We just get pills and then we announce the team and then put them in the bracket. Would that be a fun video to watch?
So what really happens is we pour the pills on the table. Our cat jumps up and knocks them on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's
that might be an entertaining video to watch.
That would be fun. All right, so in the last 4 weeks of play, no makeup matches, but you still have 2 weeks to do ghost matches, and any matches left over from this week, you have 2 weeks to make those up. All right.
So we'll be going into the playoff season after that, and a lot of teams have to reevaluate. So if anybody's looking to start their own team, now is the time to really kind of plan ahead for that. If you've got players you want to recruit, anybody's interested in being a captain, anybody has any questions, anybody has a real high skill level team that need to kind of break into 2 teams to help balance things out, this is a good time to reevaluate and see if any changes need to be made, and to check in with your players. If you're a captain, see who's coming back and who's not. We've had a lot of people moving lately, a lot of things switching around, and some injuries. So you never know.
Yeah, no,
it's a good time. And then you've got a bunch of emails that are working really well.
Yeah, the team captain group emails that I've been sending out seems to work very well. I still only get responses for maybe 8% of the emails that I put out there.
So if you're not getting the emails and you want them, let them know.
The most recent one is about the team captains I sent out to Belfast about switching the 9-foot diamond tables out to 7-foot diamond tables.
Giving the players more room.
Yeah, which with the responses I've gotten, I think it's going to be very welcomed by the vast majority of our players.
That was good to find out. You want to know what people are thinking.
And I say the vast majority of the players because I've only gotten 4 responses back from 4 teams. And so all 4 of those teams said, yay, we like 7-foot tables. So
if you don't, you got to let him know, because he doesn't know if you don't tell him.
But anyway.
Yeah, and that's just kind of a...
and that's probably going to happen, once you get the go-ahead. I'm not quite sure. Maybe a few weeks. Might even be before our World Qualifiers. We'll get 7-foot tables in there, which will be great. The big thing about switching from 9s to 7s is we're still keeping 6 tables, but it's going to open up that room so that there'll be more room for teams and seating. There'll be more room in between the tables when you split matches, whether you're in between or on the ends. I think people will be able to move around the tables without any interference on the next table over. So I think it's going to be a great thing for Paul and all play. I think our match is going to go quicker, hopefully.
That's what they play out in Vegas, although they don't have tight pockets. In Vegas, the pockets are a lot more forgiving than the Pro Cut pockets that are around here.
And we will be getting 7-foot Pro Am tables. What that means is that all the balls come down to one end of the table. So there's no spot for the cue ball at one end and the balls at the other. They all come down to the same end. So there's no more walking to this end to see if the ball is there. and walking to the other end, to grab it when it's not when it's.
Who says we don't get any exercise?
Save some steps.
We're
Save some
athletes, man.
steps.
And we have our 9-ball world qualifier
Yeah.
there next May. So
In May,
hopefully
yeah.
we'll get it all figured out
Yeah.
by then. That would
Yeah.
be great.
Yep.
So that's exciting news. And yeah, we always want to know what the players think about what's going on and what the new
Yep.
things that are going on in the tournaments that we have, how they like them. And we're really excited. And I wanted to talk about Masters, because we've got Masters in Mid-Coast and we have Masters in Belfast. And I don't know that a lot of our players might not know what Masters is.
Right. So Masters divisions or Masters tournaments or whatnot, when players see the word Masters, they're like, they're almost turned off because they don't think they're good enough to play, with the higher skill players. But when we have Masters divisions, in order to keep those divisions going, our teams have to be a mix of handicaps.
Right. I mean, we're very rural Maine. Let's be.
Well, no, yes, we are very rural.
Oh.
But the reason being is you want to keep it balanced, throughout the first two sessions of the division. Spring and summer are the beginning of the league year for Masters, and that's when teams, really should mix their handicaps, to get people used to playing. And it's a very fun format. You get to play a lot of pool. You get to,
It's definitely going to help your game.
Yes, it will definitely help your game. We do have some 4s and 5s that are playing on teams, and they're actually enjoying the format. One, they get to play a lot of pool for their money.
Yeah.
It's a race to 7, and each rack is worth a point.
You don't have to keep track of innings.
Right.
You don't have to keep track of defense shots.
Right. Whether you're playing 8-ball or 9-ball, each rack is worth a point.
1 point.
And the way it works is, you have 8 racks of 9-ball, 5 racks of 8-ball, to a total of 13. And so the way it works is, you lag, to see who
wins the lag.
Wins the lag. I have to bring myself back for a second. All right, my mind wanders a little bit. All right, so you lag, and the winner of the lag gets to either choose the break or the format you start with.
Yeah. So if they're picking the format, they get to pick 8-ball or 9-ball.
Yep. So if I'm playing Kimberly, and I win the lag,
what would you do?
If I wanted to get over quickly, I would choose 9-ball to start with.
So I guess I'm breaking.
Well, yep. So Kimberly would break, and I would rack 9-ball. The reason why I say that it wouldn't go quickly because I'm very rusty. But,
and he could bobble the 9 in the corner for me,
and that's all it takes.
Because all you need to do is make the 9.
Yes.
You don't even keep track of points.
Yeah, 9-ball.
So you can combo that 9 in. You can push shot. It's Texas Express, right?
So 9-ball is played by Texas Express rules. Say that 4 times fast. I don't know who came up with that.
Texas Express, but you can't say it fast.
I can't anyway. So anyway, so what that means is there's a push shot after the break. You can use your jump cues, and you can ride the 9 anytime during the rack. Like if you hit the 2-ball goes 3 rails, hits the 9 in the side. That's a win for you. That's a point. You got a point. So yeah.
Yeah. So we're really trying to promote it. Let people know we're playing. We're playing on Mondays in Belfast,
Wednesdays in Rockport.
Wednesdays in Rockport.
Yeah.
They're teams of 3. You can have up to 5 members 4. On your. Oh.
Yep.
Teams of 4.
Well, they're teams of 3. You can have up to 4.
Thank you.
Yes.
So each team can be up to 4 players.
Yes.
And each
only
night 3, that you play, you play 3.
Only 3.
Only
3 people play each night. I don't know if doing this Friday nights is good for my vocabulary or my brain. But anyway, it's been a long day.
We're doing fine. We're doing great. We almost got all of our notes done.
Yeah. So we're trying to look to grow the Masters, and what is spring and summer is when you mix your teams. So the fall really is when you want to get your Vegas team together, because that your fall roster is your roster for Vegas. It's the same as your spring roster being your Vegas roster for your full teams, 8-ball and 9-ball.
And
yeah,
those Masters teams in Vegas are 7 9s.
But you know what? It's all about the experience.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even out there, you could still do
have
very
a
well.
Great time. And you just always want to play the table. So you never know.
Yeah. Because guess what? I mean, you all play on 7-foot tables. And
I think most pool players say, I like playing higher skill players. And you'll be playing higher skill players in Masters a lot.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun. So if you have any questions and you're interested, let us know. We'd like to grow those divisions. We've got comments?
Yeah. Paul.
We've got Paul. Hi, Paul. Shout out to Paul out in All Play.
Right. No, this is Paul Richards from
Ellsworth. Paul. So he's the one who drew our patch.
Paul and Kaylee. Yeah.
I don't know, because we were talking about Paul's pool tables, that we were changing All Play's pool tables.
Yeah.
So
different Paul. So
hi, Kaylee and Paul. They were in our doubles tournament last weekend.
Yeah.
They each won a break cue.
Yeah, they did. They
that
did great.
That was funny.
Yeah.
So he got the blue one, she got the pink one.
They made out better than I did.
They actually found us on YouTube. Us and our 60 followers. We got found randomly. So we are preparing players and teams, small teams for Vegas. And so I think we're going to try to get a video that's just going to be around that and questions around that. And maybe we'll be able to announce when we're going to do that video. And then, we'll talk about things like what to expect out there, what it looks like, what the dress codes might be, and little things. So if people have any questions about Vegas and what goes on and how to best prepare our teams, we're hoping to have kind of a survival guide video out on that. But we'll talk about that. It was really kind of brainstorming today.
Yeah. But we'll get through this weekend. We're qualifying our last 2 Vegas doubles teams, 8-ball and 9-ball this weekend. And then
8-ball is tomorrow and
9-ball is Sunday. And once we get done with that, there's a lot of paperwork for us to do to get all our teams registered for Vegas and make sure they have the rooms that they need and make sure they're registered for the proper tournaments. And it's never a dull moment around here for Kimberly and I when we're getting close to Las Vegas times and Northeast Challenge. We'll be talking about that a lot in the next couple of months as that gets closer. But right now, our Vegas teams, doubles and masters and ladies, Jack and Jill. We have our singles regionals
after regionals,
right? But we don't have to take care of those people.
Yeah, that's an interesting situation. So they kind of have. Yeah, they work directly with APA.
Yeah,
we can qualify you, and then John and Pauline run the big regional, and then league operators come from all over New England and help with that, because we have players from all over New England playing in that and qualifying for Vegas. And then it's direct with APA. We don't really have anything to do with that.
It's going to be exciting. So after the 9-ball March regional and after our Players Appreciation Tournament in Machias, which happens the 21st, look for some singles boards popping up, because we will be running some of those to qualify some singles players for the next regional, which happens in October.
Yeah, and ask your captains if they've heard anything. Caleb's going to keep up with the emails and emailing captains, and maybe some of those captains can forward those emails to you if you're interested in knowing what he's telling everybody.
Yeah. So Paul wanted me to let you all know that Kaylee was the one
drew
that drew
the patch.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. We appreciate you.
We are working on that rackless patch.
It's a rack and run patch.
A rack and run.
Yeah.
We have the rackless, but
right.
Rack and run.
We do not have.
We are not working on it. We have goals of working on it, but we're starting with designs, but we haven't really gotten any further than that right now.
So when she says we are not working on it, it means that she's not working.
That's right.
I'm take care of all of that. So
So what have you done? What are you working on with the patch then? Let's all get updated.
Well, I've put some feelers out there for some fine-tuned design. I took Kaylee's design and I've been playing with it a little bit on Canva and other.
Yeah, he did
projects.
say he did that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like
I was thinking more of like
refine it.
trying to find the company that's going to embroider it.
Well, we can't until we get the design.
Okay.
Like it has.
So he's working on
right
fine-tuning the design.
Yeah, I love the design, love the colors. I think it would work great to rearrange some things and just make the lines a little tighter. But she did do a great job drawing it freehand. I give her that. And
right.
We look forward to fine tuning it and developing our own rack and run patch. Because people like that. I mean, it doesn't happen very often.
Right, and it's a good accomplishment. Yeah. I can understand that. So I guess we are working on it harder. I'd like to admit, but I feel like I'm so behind on it that I'm not getting it done. I want to be honest with people.
Yeah.
I was just going to look at our notes. We just have rules left unless there was anything else.
All right. So rules. Well, let's talk about some sportsmanship issues that happen around this rule. All right. So, I don't know how to start with this one. All right. So, anytime you are frustrated with your game and you just want to get the game over with and just shoot the 8-ball in, just sacrificing the game, blah, blah.
Getting it over with. I'm done. I'm walking away. I don't care. I'm losing.
Yeah. So that is an example of poor sportsmanship. Could result in a talking to, scolding. Not really.
No.
Might slap your hand a little bit.
We just know that this is frustrating. But if you're thinking of just ending the game, we're just asking you to think again.
Take a couple of deep breaths.
Caleb likes to tell people, just your next shot, hit it as hard as you can.
Right.
Go ahead. Hit it as hard as you can. Not the 8-ball on purpose. But your next shot, if you need to get it out, just hit it, and then your next shot, move forward. Sometimes it's hard to let go of those bad games or bad shots that we have and move forward. But as pool players, we all know we only have what's ahead of us to try to finish the match. And we're just asking to remember there's an opponent.
Be patient.
We all just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And this player happened to be brand new. So, one of the first matches they ever played, the opponent got so frustrated that they just made the 8-ball. And I don't know if that was a good first impression. And so we worry about that. We want everybody to feel welcome. And a lot of our new players have never played APA. They might have been introduced to pool. They might not have been introduced to pool, and they're just learning. But most of us, I think we've learned kind of in a bar, and a bar has its own rules, and league rules do have their own rules. And we just hope that we're welcoming to all new players and that we're considerate and understanding that, they just don't have the same experience as those of us who've been around.
The big thing is trying to remember what it was like when you played your first match.
I know.
Do you remember your first match? I want to hear about it in the comments. I mean, I've been playing for 20 years.
Very nervous.
I remember the first tavern or bar that I played my first match in. I can't remember the name of it. I know it changed to the End Zone shortly after that, and now it's like a little shop or store or whatever. It's not even there anymore. But just remember, it was like when you're playing your first match, because you could be a tournament player, and play in tournaments all the time, never play in a league before, and then all of a sudden you join a team, and those nerves, those people get nervous because now they're on a team and they think,
nobody wants to let anybody down, right. And people are watching, You
Yeah.
feel like you're in a fishbowl. So,
I mean, yeah,
and we want this league to grow. Everybody, talks about how neat it is to have new faces. And a big concern when Caleb and I took over this area is that we were shrinking the pool of players that people were used to playing. Eastern Maine APAs used to play in the whole state of Maine.
yeah.
And we don't want to stop doing that. We'd love to get some kind of tournament we can do with Maine APA, Eastern Maine APA, and have some kind of duels so that we can see those players. But we'd also like to bring in new players so that we can all grow and have new faces to play and know more people in the game.
Well, and we're starting to get some brand new faces and some brand new players, and I think it's great. Of course, I will have to apologize to them later for getting them addicted to our league and our sport, and but they'll get over it.
It's a good crowd to be in, isn't it?
Right? Yeah,
We're all a part of it. I like being a part of it. And so, yeah, I think that was it. And then, you already touched base on forfeits. We really do try to avoid forfeits if we can. And if you need to call us and ask us about a situation, we can try to see if we can help you with that.
Now, the other thing I want to touch up on is, just because it jumped in my head, is talking to a player while they're shooting or while they're at the turn at the table. People should not be talking to the shooter, whether it's about what they're doing tomorrow morning or what they're having for dinner next Saturday. When they're at the table, you should end the conversation while they're shooting, and then after they're done shooting, you can continue the conversation.
This has come up both in Belfast and in Ellsworth lately. So we want players to have fun, but be respectful of the match. And if the players are talking to each other, we understand that. But 9 times out of 10, we're not really encouraging kind of a conversation between players. I don't know. It's so
there's
in
like
one
a
of
gray
the
area.
it's a gray area. So in one of the circumstances, the players were talking to each other, and the captain said, "Hey, stop interfering with my player. She's shooting." So we just want to make sure that we're being respectful of the match. It is a match.
Right.
And we know we have friends at the other table that we want to help. And, oh my gosh, she's just learning. I want to help her out. We have, people from other teams coming and talking to players. And it was just because they want to help. But you can't. You can't help them.
So just know that there's a match going on. Keep your conversations, to in between shots and not while they're shooting.
And you can talk to your player while they're not shooting.
Yeah.
And that is a perfect opportunity to kind of have a semi timeout with your player. You can say, hey, if they don't move these balls, you might want to go for this one next or that one next. Or if they leave you stuck over here, this is a way you might be able to get out. I know Caleb did that a lot with our players, but that doesn't mean the player isn't going to mash everything up all over the place and everything you talked about is useless.
Yeah.
That happens too, but you can talk to them while they're not shooting. We don't want to interrupt the player while they're shooting.
Right. No.
We got to give them that.
And, the gray area to that is like if you have two opponents, they're playing each other and they're both giving each other, back and forth, banter, even while
they're probably friends.
Right. And they've
been playing pool forever.
Yeah, and they're having a good time, then that would be the gray area because they're both doing
and they're playing each other.
If the shooter wasn't saying anything and their opponent was just talking away to them, while it's their turn on the table, then that, is an issue. All right. Yeah. But generally we just don't do it. Just don't. It'll avoid drama. It avoids conflict.
Chat with them when they're not playing.
Especially don't use a different language.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very suspicious for those people who don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So they're just going to be suspicious anyway.
Yeah.
So while your player's playing.
Yeah. So I think that was about it for this week.
Yeah.
I did get out and about. Got to talk to some people, have some good conversations. I got to talk to people who don't know their pool players yet, and hopefully they'll be joining us next session.
We heard from a couple of gals who want to play 9-ball next session in the Waldoboro Mid-Coast area. We're excited about that.
So
we're always looking for new players who want to play. And like I said, we're ending this session coming up in the next month. So we'll be starting to look at next session and seeing what we want to do.
Yep.
You guys are welcome to call us if you have any questions.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna end our weekly video with this little tidbit of information for the captains out there and the players. So going into the last 4 weeks of play, make sure you look at your score sheet because if it's on paper, score sheet, or even the digital app, before you open that, you're gonna see a question that says, "Is your team returning for the summer session?" All right. And we just ask that you circle yes, or no.
And it'll be on there for several weeks.
Yeah,
you can continue to say yes, but I usually see it, so I'll notate it. If you've said yes, you don't need to keep saying yes. And I think the app is just a one-time deal, yes. But on the score sheets, it's going to keep repeating. But I do read them, so I'll get your yeses. But you can continue to.
So that question will be attached to the score sheets for the next 4 weeks. All right, so be on the lookout for that. The other thing going into the next 4 weeks, as a captain, and as a teammate, for a long time, these weeks are for checking up with your players, asking, "Hey, you coming back next session? What's going on?" That way, you get an idea of who's coming back, who's staying, who you need to replace. And
ask them if they want to bring anybody to join your team, especially if you're looking for players. There might be somebody on your team whose cousin is interested because they heard that they're playing pool every weekend.
Right. And, and now's the time to, push pool onto like your bank tellers and your mailman.
They don't even know we exist. Every time I talk to a banker, I'm like, I'm getting money for our tournament. They're like, what tournaments?
It's tax season too. So talk to your tax guy.
Talk to your accountants.
They might want to play pool.
Caleb and I had a team in Portland that had an emergency room doctor,
a traveling nurse,
a traveling nurse, a professor, a young artist who was going to college and working, and a man who ran the golf course with 2 master's degrees and a wonderful habit of fishing. We had such a wonderful mix of teams. So, ask anybody you come across. They might be looking for something to do. And unfortunately, Maine doesn't have a whole lot of activities for people to do on a regular basis. So,
and one cool stat, is that if everybody brought a friend, we would double in size.
Yeah. And talk about new faces.
Right.
That's a lot of new faces.
Yeah. So
we're looking forward to it.
All right. We'll leave you on that with that. Thank you.
Did you want to let them see your cat?
Why?
So our cat's here. She's right there. Einstein isn't, but he's usually up there. He's probably under the pool table. Because they ask about the cat.
Right.
You've been hiding the cat. So, yes, we thank you guys. We appreciate it. Oh, and I also wanted to ask, should we be doing this on Monday? We do it on Friday, and then tomorrow we got this tournament. So I'm not sure if maybe we think about doing this on Monday afternoons. So let us know.
Right. If it is going to be Monday afternoon, it's not going to be this coming Monday because we just did it today. So it will be the Monday afterwards, which I think is March 1st.
Wow.
Or 2nd, March 2nd. Yeah, I think, a week from Monday is March 2nd.
Okay.
All right. We just had to do it whenever. Just get the stats updated.
What are you talking about? What stats?
I think he wants you to update his score sheet so that he can see how much of a winner he is.
So if they're not updated, because I updated everything before we got here, it's because somebody hasn't paid for their match.
Yeah. So whoever that is, you better get
go
on.
Pay for that match, and I will get those in. I'll get them in before tonight's over.
Yay, Paul! You're 2 out of 7. That's awesome. You played 7 times already? Didn't you just start like 2 weeks ago?
It's all that you gave him a bunch of pointers last weekend. So Caleb and we gave away a bunch of coins at our Players Appreciation Tournament
Because we suck.
because we don't know how to play pool anymore. But when we weren't giving away coins, Caleb was giving pointers to players and helping them with their game, and so
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, if I'm ever in the room running a tournament or whatnot, or just having fun, and there's an open table and you want some pointers on how to improve your game,
Or you want a coin.
no,
And you want to beat him.
no, that's not where I was going.
Yeah, he's always willing to
Yeah.
give pointers.
Lessons are always free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with rule questions.
Yep. Yeah.
Look at that.
So, yeah, feel free to ask. All
All
right.
the bonuses of being an APA member.
That's the chime. It's now 8 o'clock. Our time is up.
Yeah.
We have to
Caleb's
pass.
got to get up
We have
early
to
in the
pass
morning.
the time over to the upcoming episode of whatever's airing next.
Right. Olympics. We got Olympics.
So,
Thanks, guys.
everybody have a great evening. Thank you, Paul and Kaylee, for joining
we
us
had
this time.
Fun in the chat.
Yeah, it's
It's the first time we've had chat.
Yep. You know, so
They're so helpful with our YouTube channel.
they are.
They
love it.
really are.
Yeah.
We
So,
always have to give a shout out to our fans.
share, like, and subscribe.
Yeah. Put your notifications on. And we'll have more than Paul.
Paul wants company. He does.
He wants to talk to everybody. I know, Paul.
Right?
Thank
Maybe-
you, guys.
Have a good evening.
Remember to have fun
Meet people.
and play pool.
Good
We'll
night.
see you next time. Bye.